Hello everyone! I was thinking today about what it would be like, what the world would be like if consent was taken seriously in facets other than sexuality. Is there any reason or any justification why consent should be only important in terms of coitus? For example, if I expose myself to someone on the street, that is harassment of some kind. Well, the legal definition of harassment, as I've talked about, there is a difference actually in terms of what is actually harassment and what is legally harassment. So the legal definition of harassment is something that is sexual in nature. Sexual harassment must be sexual in nature, which is subjective. Who determines what is sexual and what is not? There's probably going to be the jury or some prurient majority. They're going to take the perspective of what is commonly assumed to be sexual in that term, and it must be harassment. So harassment specifically implies that it is repeated after an explicit warning was given to cease that behavior. So that is what harassment is. So for example, technically, exposing yourself to someone on the street might be, I'm not sure, it might be some kind of assault, some kind of exposure, but it technically, according to that definition of harassment, might not be harassment. But we all understand that exposing yourself to someone on the street is actually harassment. We all agree on that. That is the vernacular definition. That is what is commonly taken to be harassment. So, if we agree that exposing oneself to someone on the street is harassment, it is because of the violation of their consent, right? That this person did not consent to see that, and not only that, but they have chosen to do something to you. They're not just walking around naked, they're walking around clothed and then exposing themselves only to you, which is very different from just walking around naked. They're acting upon you in that way. At least that is how it is perceived. Whether that is actually true or not, I leave that to you, my friends. But let us assume that that is immoral because they are violating your consent. Is it then not equally? It is because it is sexual in nature and consent was violated. When I drive to work, I frequently see billboards showing sexualized images of women, their posteriors, their chests, their sexualized makeup, all of these things. I see ample pictures of women intending to sell products, and I wonder to myself, is that respectful of my consent? If I walk up to a woman or a person and I expose myself, but I'm actually wearing some kind of lingerie, would that really lessen what's going on? Would the fact that you're seeing a part of the male anatomy versus seeing it in lingerie really make that much of a difference? I mean, for me personally, I'm imagining that the damage caused by someone flashing me is more so about them violating a social taboo and therefore making me fear for my safety. Because if they are willing to violate this taboo, they might violate other taboos. They might go further. I imagine that is what is actually scary about being flashed or having someone expose themselves to you like that. I think it's actually because of the social violation. Not that somehow seeing that part is inherently gruesome or disturbing. It's just the human body. There's nothing wrong with that. It's lovely. It's beautiful. The human body is beautiful. All of it. Everyone's body is beautiful. There is nothing, in my opinion, inherently damaging about seeing someone's genitalia. In of itself, it is just the human body, and it is beautiful like all other parts of the human body. So I think the harm comes from the violation of the taboo. Is not the same thing happening when I witness a woman on the billboard? True, they are not threatening me. They are not actually threatening me. The lady in the billboard is not going to cause me any harm. Whereas when I am on the street and I am exposing myself to someone, that might cause them harm, that might make them afraid of me. So I could imagine how that would be damaging. What do you think? Do you think that exposing oneself to someone publicly, like as an exhibitionist might do when flashing someone, or when someone does a streaking event at the football game, it is often seen as a form of sexual harassment? What do you think? How does that differ in your mind from, say, a sexualized billboard? I would really love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Please do put your thoughts in the comments. I will read them. If I have less than 100 comments, I will read it. Please, as long as I am alive, I hope so, I will read it. Thank you so much for watching, and please do let me know what you think. I really want to know what you think. Have a nice day. Be safe. Be blessed. I love you all.